Hey, how you doing? This is Adam Post, publisher of more than 1,000 comic books and marketing expert covering the woke controversies. Harley-Davidson has gone woke. They've decided to partner with Budweiser, the parent company of Bud Light, to try to help save Anheuser-Busch. Is there a way to save this company? I don't know what you think. My thoughts are, well, they're in some serious trouble. It looks like their brands are pretty much destroyed forever. So why would Harley-Davidson want to get connected with them? Pretty good question, because people don't like this beer right now. It's not selling. Sales are off at least 25% nationwide of Bud Light. In addition to Bud Light, they have sales losses on every brand produced by Anheuser-Busch, their parent company, including Budweiser. It's not off 25%. Budweiser is off like 9% for the week, but the sales drops keep increasing week after week. In a couple of days, we're going to get the new sales drops. I promise you they're going to be worse, and their stock is going to go down further. They're already down around $20 billion from March 31st of this year. Now, one thing to know about Harley is they're a little bit gay already. What am I talking about here? Check this out. This is a Harley-Davidson shirt. It's a licensed shirt. It's a little gay. All right. They have been rated on the LGBT equality scale by the same company, the Human Rights Campaign, who's rating Anheuser-Busch. Now, right now, they suspended Anheuser-Busch. They used to have a rating of 100 out of 100, which is basically you are as gay as possible. But their rating was suspended because they didn't like the response to the Dylan Mulvaney controversy. Basically, the company is in such turmoil and trouble. There is not a lot else they could have really done. But they're being punished. So for now, they have a suspended score of 0 from 100. They're going to get punished from some additional points. They're negotiating with the management of Anheuser-Busch and what the score is going to be. But Harley-Davidson has been scored in 2022 a rating of 80 out of 100, which is still pretty good. It means that they have workforce protections that are sexual orientations, policies for all operations. Their policy includes gender identity or expression for all operations. The only thing they don't do are equivalency in same and different sex domestic partner medical soft benefits, and they don't have 3 LGBTQ internal training and educational best practices that they impose on their employees. But they do all sorts of a diversity council. They have social responsibility. So they're still very highly rated already relatively gay. And Harley-Davidson is also the newest platinum member. This was going back to 2016. So they've been doing this a while, and that's a founding member of the LGBT Chamber of Wisconsin. South Park had a classic episode called The F Word, where the boys are trying to get the meaning of the F word changed from homosexual to motorcycle riders, and they were mocking Harley-Davidson riders. That was a really funny episode. And of course, they have this up on their Instagram over at Harley-Davidson. So they have been courting the gay community already. So what's the difference? You know, it's Bud Light as well. Bud Light had rainbow pride cans for Pride Month. This is going back to 2019. Bud Light had it back in, 2019 as well. Rainbow cans, different kinds of rainbow bottle packaging. Bud Light, Absolute Vodka, Barefoot Wines. Bud Light here donated $100,000 to various charitable partners in proud support of the LGBT community. The difference is this. This is what upset people. Great article from National Post. When beer companies mock their customers for progressive credentials. Recent controversies over beer ads and swimsuit models show that many companies no longer care about their customers. It's one thing if you want to create a specialty item like this. And this is clearly a specialty item. There's no question about this. But when you bring in Dylan Mulvaney and then separately with Miller Lite, we'll talk about Miller Lite in a second. When you bring in Dylan Mulvaney and have Dylan Mulvaney mocking the customers who are loyal customers of Bud Light, that's where it becomes a problem. Check this out. The widespread outrage over Bud Light's March Madness partnership with trans social media influencer Dylan Mulvaney was derided on the left as a case of pure bigotry. But it's hard to ignore the fact that Mulvaney was clearly mocking the type of people who drink Bud Light. Quote, "I kept hearing about this thing called March Madness, and I thought we were all just having a hectic month, but it turns out it has something to do with sports," said Mulvaney in a sponsored Instagram post. Quote, "I'm not sure exactly which sport, But either way, it's a cause to celebrate. This is how Budweiser chose to promote its March Madness sweepstakes, by using a spokesperson claiming to be unaware that it's a wildly popular college basketball tournament. So popular, in fact, that American urologists typically see a 30% spike in vasectomy appointments during the first week of the tournament from men looking for an excuse to take a couple of days off work to watch nonstop basketball. And Miller Lite, of course, did this silly promotion where they were turning old sexist beer ads into fertilizer for Women's History Month, essentially mocking everyone who were customers of theirs for years, following and supporting a promotion that they put out and they created to purchase their product and support their product. But now these marketing departments feel that it's not enough to just please their customers and serve them, and they can't just reach out to new demographics. Many large companies are poking their traditional customers in the eye and then acting surprised when consumers feel alienated. What? What's the problem? We don't understand it. Don't you want to support Women's History Month? Aren't you attracted to the beautiful Dylan Mulvaney? No, thank you. We're not interested in that, and we're not going to give you our money. Let's take a look at this article from Daily Mail. Budweiser teams up with Harley-Davidson for a very manly new advertisement as owner Anheuser-Busch tries to recover from Bud Light backlash over marketing campaign with transgender influencer Dylan Mulvaney. The commercial features a gray-haired male mechanic working on a Harley bike before three men are shown drinking the beer. Speaking over a rock instrumental, a male narrator says, "The greatest legacies are built with grit and resilience, one detail at a time. Limited edition Budweiser Harley-Davidson cans for those who give everything to their craft. This Bud's for you." The masculine tone is in stark contrast to Bud Light's ill-fated partnership with Dylan Mulvaney, which saw the trans influencer receive a can of beer with their face on it to celebrate 365 days of womanhood. So we're fed up with these fakey promotions, whether it's fakey Dylan Mulvaney or this Budweiser ad that's supposed to make us think that they're cool and they're sincere. They've proven they're completely insincere. They still haven't apologized directly for what they did with the Dylan Mulvaney can and how they've been mocking their customers. And that's one of the great things about this article. I do a lot of research for these videos. I thought they put the idea very well where they explain, look, it's the mockery. It's mocking the customer. We do not appreciate that. We want to be wooed. We want to be sold to. We're not going to accept that the wokies with their woke agenda are better than us and are in a position to mock us. We're not going to accept the redefinition of the word woman, the redefinition of the word racist. We're not going to have it anymore. If you don't want to serve us as customers, we're not going to buy your stuff. And Bud Light has damaged the beer industry, not just their own company. The beer industry so much because of the lack of interest in the beer they were supplying to the market. The market might actually not have enough beer for the consumer demand throughout the summer because people aren't going to buy Bud Light as a substitute. They're trying to give Bud Light away. 24 packs are going for $3.49. 15 packs are going for $0. You can buy them at $12.99 and get a $15 rebate from Bud Light's company. But the issue here is that beer is not water. It needs to be brewed to be made. And some beer experts are saying without Bud Light to supply the beer that people would normally consume at literally any price, and people don't want to drink Bud Light, Bud Light's competitors may not actually have enough manufacturing capacity to even deliver the beer to replace the missing Bud Light beer. That's how bad things are. But what you should know is the boycotts are working. If you don't like a service, don't use it. If you don't like a product, don't buy it. If you don't like the attitude of the company, if you see the company mocking you and not respecting you and trying to teach you that you need to buy from them and just take it however they feel like serving it to you, treat them like a lousy restaurant. Walk right out, never go there again. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Always love to see what you think. I really appreciate your comments and your ideas. Please be sure you are subscribed to the channel. Click the bell for notifications. Give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you again soon with another video. And if I don't see you, I will miss you.